Ah ja, ist ja super. Ganz ehrlich so. Ja, das ist ja okay.
If his life is like an artist's life? No. No, I don't think he's a typical artist. He does his own thing.
因为他不去和别的艺术家一起聚会，去他们聚会的地方。
I think it's a difficult life. It's difficult to always have new ideas, new initiatives. You have to make people like you, like your art, like your work, think you're interesting.
Celebrating life, you see? Water from ice. If you melt, it gets the best out of you. I'm a person moving forward, like the river down the stream, not knowing what will happen next.
Funny? Yeah, he can be funny.
Maybe I can help you.
Oh, this is about 20 years. We are living in the same part of town, and his oldest daughter and my oldest daughter went together to school. I met him as a human being, as a man and as a friend, and I like him very much. I did not get to know him as a painter. I saw some of his paintings. I think some are nice, some, well, I must get used to. He's one of the most global thinking men in this country I know. He knows everything from a special point of view, which is unconventional, but very, very true. We happen to meet about every 2 or 3 months, accidentally. I see him in a coffee shop where he's reading the newspapers.
Ich nehme non Campari Soda. Weit unter mir liegt das Wolkenmeer. Der Ventilator summt leisli. Es ist, als gäb's mich nicht mehr. Ich seh durchs Fenster 2 Turbinen. Das Flugzeug wankt leicht in der Luft. Durchs Mikrofon sagt der Co-Pilot.
On your left, you can see Malaga through the dust.
Ich nehme non Campari Soda. Weit unter uns liegt das Nebelmeer. Der Ventilator summt leise.
Ein halb privates Mann hätte ich gehabt. Und das andere, das haben die Herzleute auf ihrer Cardio, auf ihrer Choro. Aha, hallo.
Hallo.
Wir sind da. Siehst du, ein Look von der Hajnos. For me, it was a little bit an adventure to put the picture here. But then I was very happy to see that also elderly patients gave me many compliments for this picture. They lie here and they say we look to the picture and we don't concentrate on the injection or on the things you are doing.
So you knew him very well before?
Well, we were when I was 17. And the big scandal was that he left school instead of making his final exams. Everybody was discussing that Jürg is going away from the school instead of finishing. And for us it was something very unique and very special because he had such a force and energy also to make something like this. I mean, against the will of everybody. It was really against all the conventions. His girlfriend, well, I mean, we have had a good time together, always nice and funny with him. I don't know how it is to marry an artist.
他也很难讲，因为他没有嫁给艺术家，但是他觉得大概嫁给艺术家是比较生活会比较复杂，比较困难。
They are strong characters, and so it's quite difficult. I think a big artist is really, it comes from inside. The good artist, he can learn the technique, but the final thing is something which they don't do themselves. It's coming from a higher level.
J'ai découvert ce monde de Jürg Davatz. J'étais vraiment impressionné par son travail qui est très différent des autres artistes qu'on a publiés. J'ai beaucoup de respect et d'estimation pour qu'il fait, pour ses idées qui sont vraiment très, très spéciales. Et puis aussi, il est très, très simple à la base, c'est très naturel et très lié aussi à la nature. Et puis il essaye de lier cette modestie avec la technologie très sophistiquée.
When I met him, when I got to know him, I was very interested in clay. And I looked at all the pictures of him. I had postcards of him in my apartment where I was living. And then we sort of looked at many modern artists together, sort of had an education in modern art together. So I think I did influence him. In terms of the style of what he does, I think we have an agreement there. I work with people and I have studied medicine. I am very fond of biology, and I think his pictures have this in themselves too, that they are sort of organic, and there I think we sort of agree on a higher level. Jürg, quand il analyse la vie, quand il fait un cinéma, ou quand il construit ses tableaux, il a une façon qui est un peu comparable à la mienne, d'analyser vite et trouver les structures.
Der Vogelfänger bin ich ja stets lustig, heimsa, haupsassa. Ich Vogelfänger bin bekannt, bei alt und jung im ganzen Land.
Until that point, why? Because of the color. The color, the message of color, the expression of color, to me was like music. Before, for many years, until I met clay and the Blaue Reiter period, I could not really understand the painting. It did not make sense to me to look at landscape, to look at something which I could find much more beautiful outside in nature. And when I would meet these little paintings of clay or maque, I suddenly realized that this was something else. That the color was like a new invention in painting. It was not, the most important thing was not the object or the content. The content was the music, or the color, and to that I reacted.
他就说那个克里和他自从看见了克里的作品以后呢，才真正理解了那个绘画里头的那个颜色，才真正开始用另一种眼光看大自然，完了来创造颜色。觉得呢，克里和这个麦克呢，使他有另外一种方法呢，来用颜色来表达自己。
Say again.
克里和这个麦克呢，使他有另外一种方法呢，来用颜色来表达自己。
In art, in modern art, your heartbeat is your impulse, is yourself. It's not something outside. It's not something you find and you look at. But it comes from within. So you must find your own, you must touch your impulse. You must feel the pulse, of your heart. That is the most important thing. And then the hand starts working.
The The name of the game is Ball Buster. It's a family game, fun for children. And for adults, it's exciting. You make strategic offensive and defensive moves. Then try to bust your opponent's balls. It's as easy as checkers. But exacting like pool. You're a ball buster.
My target is invention, exploration, building structure I have not seen before. It's a different approach. It's a different approach.
That's what I think I inherited personally from my father, to follow my own ideas and follow my own concepts. He does not always communicate what he does, he just does it.
I would say try to get the movement. Try to catch not just the image, but try to catch the image when it is in motion. This is fascinating for me. To me, this is a niche, a new thing that I, as a human being, have the possibility to create new things. I think if I can do it, others can do it too. This is our monitor. This is the type of network now for us. It's the type of communication set. So it is part of my job to provide this impulse to others. To me, it is an experience of profound importance. When I go to China and I see the changes happening there, how they build a new society. And every hand is different. Same hand, different result. You see? So this is very interesting. Where do I start? Well, here, maybe here, maybe here. So first line is the most important line, and then it develops. You first have to decide how this comes up, you know. That would be very interesting, and if you can show that how it goes in, you know. Luzai. We said to ourselves, this sounds Chinese. Luzai, it must be a Chinese name. So that's why we drove up here and had a look at this house. It was just accident. and it was because it sounded Chinese. So we come here, and this was a very old house, had no water, no electricity, no windows, no anything. Nobody was living here anymore. But we liked it because it was very old and very traditional and had not been destroyed. So here they put the hay, they put the corn, they put the meat, everything that had to dry was up here in this house. And underneath were 2 rooms for sleeping and the kitchen. This is a black and white pencil drawing. I started here, you see, in the middle, with a pen. Had a wide tip, so I moved it like this. And then I constructed it here, developed here, and then I moved it up. People always say this is like a fertilization process. One line after the other with a pencil. But it started all here, in this center here. This was the beginning. And this was the end. I like this very much, this type of arrangement of color. The contrast, and at the same time there's a certain softness in it. Here I was working on sculpture with my machines, with the farmers all standing around. It was 30 years ago. This is my first baby, Ariuscha, born here in this house. This was marriage, wedding day. Ursula and I got married 1969. We decided not to have children the first few years. We traveled around the world for 1 year. We went to other countries for her studies.
Darf ich Sie vorstellen im chinesischen Publikum, der Herr Beyeler, der das Ganze ermöglicht hat. Das wunderbare Werk hier in Riechen integriert in die Landschaft von Basel. Beyeler freut mich ganz besonders. Begrüße Sie herzlich. Dankeschön vielmals, dass wir Sie hier per Zufall antreffen. Das ist ein ganz grosser Zufall, sicher nicht der geplante, sonst hätte es wahrscheinlich gar nicht stattgefunden.
Everybody want ice cream, rock, unwrap my baby rock. Yes, ice cream, you scream. Everybody want ice cream, rock, unwrap my baby rock. Sarsaparilla, Pepsi Cola. Yes, everybody loves a Coca-Cola. Yes, ice cream, you scream. Everybody want ice cream, rock, unwrap my baby rock.
Il a fait 8 ans avec moi dans la même classe, entre 1957 et 65. Il était toujours un peu spécial parce qu'il n'a pas fait ce qu'on fait normalement comme étudiant, comme ça. Il était toujours très fort aussi encore. Il avait toujours ses propres idées. Il était autre comme nous.
Wie ihr seht, das ist das Blatt Papier. Da kann man drauf schreiben.
Und wenn er dann angefangen zu erzählen hat, dass er von ein paar Strichen in einer Zeichnung ausgeht, ist man natürlich vor allem mal überrascht gewesen, dass man von so etwas eigentlich ausgehen kann als konkretes Projekt. Und es ist natürlich sicher interessant gewesen, wie sich das Ganze dann entwickelt hat, von diesen paar Strichen hin zu einer virtuellen Stadt. Und es ist natürlich auch sehr beeindruckend, wie die ganzen technischen Möglichkeiten, wie die sind, dass man hier in einer virtuellen Stadt herumfahren kann, via Computer. Es ist dann natürlich die Frage wieder gekommen wegen dem Sinn. Da hat er dann aber auch gesagt, dass er keinen Anspruch darauf hat, etwas Sinnvolles zu machen. Man hat gesehen, dass man von etwas Kleinem ausgehen kann und auch mit viel Fantasie dann etwas Greifbares daraus machen kann. Etwas Kreatives. Und man hat auch gesehen, dass eigentlich nicht unbedingt alles, was man macht, auch einen Sinn muss haben. Das wäre vielleicht auch mal interessant, das dann noch weiter zu verfolgen und mal vielleicht wirklich zu bauen.
First classroom there, you see, where the bell is. I always played here. I would run away, fight with the boys, take them in my wallet, eat breakfast, have fun. The first 4 years I was here. 2 more years I was in this building on the first floor. That was my classroom. And then the last year I was all the way over there. So this whole block here, it was all my schoolhouse. Here I spent 8 years of my life. Very long time. From small boy to a bigger boy. Now I'm already a little more older boy.
Rendkívül nagy méretű papírra és vászonra készített rajzokról van elsősorban szó. Természetesen vannak nagy, színes, komputer segítségével létrehozott festmények is. Engem elsősorban ezek a fekete-fehér tinta és tus rajzok nyűgöztek le, ugyanis rendkívül szokatlan, egyedülálló dolog, hogy valaki ilyen méretben csináljon tintarajzokat.